Alright, let's do this. Had an interesting conversation last night online because somebody noticed that I had a no AI, and I did my Twitter with my regret because of Gronk, whatever the fuck the name is, and yeah, so they were talking about being an AI artist. And I was trying to explain to him that it's an artist that's AI, not an AI artist. And they literally told me then it's not them, and I'm like, right, you're not creating the art. There's something missing when you do it. And what I did not talk to him about is the one thing, or the two things, that artificial intelligence doesn't have. And I think somebody was actually saying what AI needs in order to be sentient. But for me, so this is not based on any scientific papers or anything like that. For me, what makes art great, what makes every art great, is two things: doubt and surprise. If all artists didn't paint or make music or sing songs or dance or sculpt or build or imagine without doubt, everything was assured, then they can't progress, because what you already know that's assured, you don't have anything to strive for more. The doubt of the work itself. I started this year wanting to do pirates, and I could not pull it together. I worked really hard last year around this time on kind of setting it up, getting templates ready, getting things ready, and everything like that. And everything got kind of like blurred and convoluted. And I canceled the pirates for this year. So what I wanted to get into is more motion, is to have like a little more lip syncing when people say my avatar, my PNG, and I was going to do it with GIFs. So does that make me a GIF tuber? I don't know if that's what it really becomes now, because it's no longer, it's a series of PNGs. So yeah, maybe I'm still a PNG. But I was going to get into that, and that was because I just finished the slime project in August of last year. I was like I'm going to make them jiggle. And I drew a series of my slime, the original slime, my slime, basically with movement, and I was making a whole series of them and stuff like that. And the thing about having more of a fluid thing is the lines change always. The lines are going to be in constant motion. My test run of that was basically done in September, and I didn't like it. I didn't like how it came out. But I got a GIF maker. I got a few things. Like I could do. Ultimately, why is it doing that? Ultimately, I would have basically an avatar that moved all the time. Before October started, I started doing the mouth movements. So that I was actually speaking when the avatar was going to speak. It wasn't done very well, I should say. It was basically a cursory, just mouth opening and closing. October, I did an entire series of costume a day, every day. So I ended up last year doing 2 projects. I did QBing in a costume, 31 costumes. And I've already done Q in different costumes. I did them as Superman, I did Batman. Batman was the first. Wolverine. And Deadpool. So November rolled around, and a VTuber that I can mention her name, Queen Harley, who I was doing a fan documakara of, that's still in the works. Said something to me like really bizarro, which was, "Oh my God, you can actually draw." I created her Padaru. And I don't know how it happened, but spinning the Padaru became a thing. She's the reason why the Padarus, I made a bunch of spinning Padarus, which actually became my first gifts. The spinning Padarus was like hugely successful. I had people requesting it, wanting it, and doing it again. And I even got a shutdown notice. I got a copyright claim. I got all these things against me with the Padarus, and I was like, this is my original art, so basically fuck off. And basically they did, and but because of all of that crap is the reason why I can't do Padarus anymore. It really is a copy of somebody else's work. The original Saber. Padarus are lots of fun to draw. I love them. I love them to death. To death. But I'm not going to be doing them this year at all. The Padaru realm is over. People charge $50 to do Padarus for people. People have gotten upset over the fact that I was drawing Padarus. So it's not my original work. So that's the reason why I stopped doing it. Which brings me back to the original discussion about AI. Currently AI is just basically, it's plagiarism. It's copying other people's art. AI does not draw. AI does not think. AI does not, the fact that they call it artificial intelligence is a misnomer, because there's no real intelligence in it. It's just basically just theft right now. And the argument for using AI, or for calling yourself an AI artist, is the fact that they control what is created, even though they're not actually physically creating it. But the two things that the AI does not have, and once it has it, it's not going to need a person. And will it still be theft? I don't know, maybe. But if it has those two things, which is doubt and surprise, the reaction for art, again, why is this doing this? Oh, why are you doing this? I didn't put it on correctly, I guess. But the reaction is basically what makes me, as an artist, strive to do more. Same thing with the songs, same thing with this. My best loud noise, my best parody song that I've written and created, is not my favorite. And in my mind, because just so you know, people have have all these opinions about it, and some of them are because of what I've written. Some people like the parody songs because of what I've written. Some people like the parody songs of how I sang them. my mind, the best parody song that I wrote is Offline, which is the parody of the Wallflowers, One Headlight. That's by far, in my mind, like, it's far superior. Written, sung, this stuff. I did that in under 10 minutes. I haven't really attempted it, but I have never even tried to even break that record. I don't even know if it's possible. I don't. It was a complete and total accident and a surprise. And when I produced it so quickly, I doubted how well it would come out. I did not know how well I was going to sing it. I did not know how well it was going to be produced, and I followed my rules of creating a loud noise, which is one take. The take is the take, and produce it. No practice, nothing. Just my practice was the actual recording of it. And playing it back, I don't doubt that Offline is it is far superior to anything else that I've created. Like, far superior. It's on a whole totally different level. AI will never have that, and AI can produce art very quickly. And the reason it can do that, the reason why it can create art in such a rapid succession, is because it's pretty much just stealing somebody else's time, toil, and everything like that. I do not support it. I never will support it. There might be a place for it. Curing cancer, I would love for it to be doing. Which is, as much as that is like awful to say, but I mean, if you're a scientist and you're looking for fast ways to cure cancer and to remove, cancerous cells without harming or poisoning the body and killing good cells, it's kind of like what gotta take out the washing your hand approach. It kills 99.9% of the bacteria. Well, just so you know, most of that bacteria that sanitizing or washing your hands kills, most of the bacteria is good bacteria. It's bacteria that's actually helpful and needed. It takes care of bad bacteria. You want to keep that. Instead of like cleaning the slate and allowing bad bacteria to be reintroduced without something to protect you from it. It's literally what happens. I would love AI to be working out those equations. That would be great. That would be helpful. And it's something that is very tedious and time consuming for a person who's trying to save somebody's life, that they can just plug in all their information and have the AI do that. And AI probably would be extremely good at doing that. I mean, there's lots of different ways that AI can do things. Cleaning up the environment, AI would be really good at it. The thing about it is that AI is not being used for those things, or at least I don't think it's being used for those things, because it's not glamorous enough. And I hate to even say, the two things for an artist that I just said that need to be required, which is doubt and surprise. I do not want that in my medical care. I do not want doubt, and I do not want surprise. As much as everybody talks about how great the eureka moment is, I don't want a eureka moment. I want it to work the way it was intended. And AI is extremely good at doing that. I think using AI to write your papers, to stifle your creative and critical thinking, to basically turn that over, deadens us. We need to be expanding on that aspect of our, that's our humanity, in my mind. To even put it in perspective, AI to me is like a template. It is all the things that I want exactly the same. I don't want them to change. It's the size and basic shape. And when I draw a slime or a cue, I have a size and a basic shape. I don't need AI to create that for me because I have the template. I don't need it to work out the other details because I have that. I can continuously draw that. So for me, as an artist, I do not want AI. But I think I made a really good argument for why AI is useful. And please, dear God, even though I'm not really an atheist, and I'm not really agnostic, and I don't believe in God. I don't believe in a being that doesn't believe in me. I'll get into that. I want to talk about that because I might have some time. But I just want to finish on the AI thing. Yeah, so please stop using it to create your music. Please stop using it. I mean, I definitely think it's the reason why I don't care for music today. And even if people aren't using directly AI, what people are doing is they're generating, sounds based on, popular sounds that people have. It's insane to me that this happens. AI is, get AI out of my heart. Get AI out of my creative process, my creative thinking. Let me have the doubt. Let me use that doubt. When a person tells me that they can't draw, I'll use that. There's a pretty good example of doubt. Somebody tells me they can't draw. What they're doing is they're doubting the fact that they have that ability. What they need to do is they need to just draw. Even if it's something that they didn't want. Even if they think that it looks like a 5-year-old did it. Even if it's just stick figures. That's more creative than what anything that AI can now produce. That's more in line with where we need to be as artists. Somebody sitting there playing their guitar, finding a new riff, even if it's a variation of the 4-chord popular song, even if it's that, it's something new. I mean, I don't think that I really think that people can't hear it. I mean, I hear it all the time. And I think what frustrates me where music is concerned is that, yeah, I listen to new music and stuff like that, but when I hear music coming out, I associate a song with it. And I can't tell you how many times I'm wrong. The other day on TV, a guy was typing. Just 3 or 4 clicks of the typewriter, and I instantly knew it was Misery. Instantly knew it was Misery. Before the credits, before, any of the other things that come along with it, I instantly knew that it was Misery. But where music is concerned, I can't tell you how many times like a few notes play. I mean, there used to be a game show called Name That Tune. I would be horrendously horrible at Name That Tune. Because I'd have to literally guess out of the 30 or 40 songs that the 5 or 6 notes that played is. It really would be just a guess. I mean, the only thing that I would have to go on is the clue, and the music that played, basically defeating the entire purpose of Name That Tune. I would have to guess it based on, pretty much answering the clue question. That's the only way I would be able to eliminate tons of songs. Especially if the clue was like female artist or male artist. You did this in the 70s. Or did this in 2015. Or this boy band. Or however they wanted to do it. And I forgot what I wanted to say before when I got sidetracked a little bit. So if I figure that out, I will let you guys know. Yeah. Yeah. Um, I hope you guys are doing great. Um, I I am not anti-technology. I'm a luddite, but I'm not anti-technology. Um, but I definitely think that I believe that there is better usage for things that are not creative, that can do things quickly, and it shouldn't be in the art world, in my mind. Architecture, maybe. Yeah, maybe. And even then, I don't know how good a dream that's going to be. I just remember like people getting wrong diagnosis, with AI saying things that was never there because they needed it to fit in a certain criteria so that they could administer whatever they needed to do. Um, so that they can complete their programming. AI will fill in the gaps based on other things. It is not a that's not a place for it. But curing cancer, I think AI could probably cure cancer, and I think the scientist that uses that, and hopefully they are, and they find a one-time cure-all. Finding vaccines for freaking viruses that might kill us all, that would be great. AI could be used for that stuff, and saving humanity might be a good thing to do. But yeah, get out of our art, get out of our literature, get out of it all that stuff. That's a human thing. Let humans do that. Let everybody have their doubt. Let them have their surprise when something works out that they didn't expect. I had a writer once tell me that they were trying to unfrustrate their character while they were doing it, and he had a candle burning, and he was looking at the flames and stuff like that. And even though, against everything that the author wanted to do, the character still burned his hand. And, that's a surprise. That's something AI will never do, because if the person running the engine does not want them to do things out of the ordinary, they're not going to happen. And I know if there's the argument where like the 3 legs and the 10 fingers and on one hand and all the other freaking things, 4 arms, all these things that freaking people are getting, the AI is kind of mixing up, especially where human anatomy is concerned. But that's an input error. That's an input problem. That's not AI is not making that mistake. It's only doing what it's told. And yeah, it's doing it a lot faster and at a speed that people cannot contain. But you guys are making that mistake, and you're teaching it wrong. And it would be like using my art, mixing with a Matisse or something like that. Don't. Or a Van Gogh. Don't mix my art with Van Gogh. I'm a different artist than Van Gogh. Just don't use it. It's just like, what can I say? Just don't use it. Create it yourself. I think what you would create without the AI, and with all your doubts, would create something more surprising and more worthwhile and mean much more. I mean, every single thing that I've drawn digitally since I've started my journey as a streamer, every single thing that I've drawn digitally means a lot to me. Every single piece. Even the people that have basically, you know, we've left on really bad terms. I still keep that art. I still hold on to it. The stuff that I've drawn for them. Always. Because that's meaningful. Um, and I hope you find meaning. I don't know if you are the AI artist, and I'm sorry. I feel like I called you out. Um, if not by name, you know who you are. And I don't know if you watch morning commutes. I'm always surprised when people talk about this. I mean, most people don't get to this point in the video. Yay! So you are definitely you're the rare gem in the whole thing, and you are a nut job like myself. And being that nut job, cool beans in the comments below, or just just make a connection. Ask a question, anything. It's all wonderful. Um, but cool beans just lets me know that you've watched this video. You're one of the very few, even fewer than a Marine, that you know I hope don't suffer through watching my videos all the way through, but you know, enjoy it, have fun, goof around. This is fun time, and I'm so happy to do it. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing afterwards, I hope you're having a fantastic time doing it. I hope it's awesome. I hope it is awesome, and I'd like to know about it. All right, so take care. All right, bye.